Hello folks, thank you for joining us today. I'm Bill Seegull, and I'd like to talk to you about two organizations that are near and dear to our family's heart. First one is the National MS Society, and the second one is Canine Companions. Both of them are personal to me and my family, as my wife has secondary progressive multiple sclerosis, and we also have a service dog here at the house. So what exactly is MS? Let me start by giving you a definition. Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable disease of the central nervous system that disrupts the flow of information within the brain. So what does that mean? Well, you have two words. You have multiple and sclerosis. Multiple meaning many, sclerosis meaning scarring. And basically it's many scars on the nerve paths, and this is disrupting the way that the signal is going from the brain to other parts of the body. So as an example, we have a light, and let's say that the switch here is your brain and the actual light itself is a part of your body that you want to control. So when you don't have MS, you're able to have your brain say, light turn on, and it goes on. But with MS, you have a lot of scars along the nerve path that are disrupting the flow of information going from the brain to the other part of the body. So what happens is the signals don't always get there and they get crossed. So how does MS show up in your body? Well, it could start off as optical issues. You end up with double vision. There are times when you have problems seeing. It can be loss of balance. It can be loss of feeling in the extremities, tremors, anything like that. MS is very hard to diagnose. It can take sometimes several years if you don't have a good neurologist who knows exactly what to look for and how to test for it. Some people, once they're diagnosed, may only have one or two issues over very long periods of time, and that would be considered a very minor case of MS. Other people have a very advanced case of MS, such as my wife, and that's called secondary progressive MS, and that's where you may lose your ability to bear weight. You may have tremors in your hands to the point that you're unable to utilize your hands. MS is different in everyone. So what is my role in MS? I'm an advocate with the MS Society here in New York, and every couple of years I'll go down to Washington, D.C., and basically we'll make rounds going from senators to members of the House of Representatives. We'll have as many as 200 to 300 people from the MS Society go down there at the same time, all making appointments ahead of time with local officials who are down there. And what we'll do is we'll ask for either continued funding or additional funding. But the thing about the MS Society is that we don't only ask for funding for MS. We'll ask for funding for such things as the NIH, the National Institute of Health, the CDC, Center for Disease Control, or for CDMRP, which is congressionally directed medical research programs. And the MS Society sees these as partners in neurological issues. And the reason for that is that with all of the different neurological issues that are being researched, if you're able to find a pathway in one, it will probably unlock the key to the pathway in most of them. As I mentioned before, some people have really bad cases classified as what my wife has, secondary progressive MS. And sometimes you can't do things on your own. You need help from other people, such as family members, friends, maybe home health aides that you get from different agencies. And sometimes it might be a service dog. And speaking of service dogs, Canine Companions is the second organization I would like to talk about. My wife Jody had her first service dog, Andre II, for 12.5 years. He was truly more than a service dog. He was like a son to us. Andre passed just over 1.5 years ago, and we have been blessed to have just received a second service dog, Camelot II, Cammy for short. Canine Companions is a national organization that provides service dogs free of charge to a wide variety of recipients, including people with physical and auditory disabilities, cognitive disabilities, sometimes people who need medic alert dogs, and veterans with disabilities. Canine Companions breeds their own dogs in California. Usually it's a mix of Labradors and Retrievers. The puppies will stay there for approximately 6 to 8 weeks, and then they're assigned to a puppy raiser. Puppy raisers are all volunteers, so if you like training dogs and want to do something really special, look into becoming a puppy raiser. In our situation, we kept in touch with Jody's first puppy raiser, and Andre was always happy to visit them. The puppy raiser has the dog for approximately 15 to 18 months, and during this time, they teach the dogs how to socialize and basic commands. When the puppies graduate, they move on to Doggy boot camp. At this point, the dogs return to Canine Companions for very specific training. Dogs will learn how to do things like help people cross streets, open doors, pick things up off the floor like a credit card, turn lights on and off. I've even seen dogs who have been trained to help people get clothing on and off. What these dogs do is simply amazing. If the dog graduates Doggy boot camp, they then move on to placement classes. Individuals who are approved to receive a service dog are screened for how the dog will help them so that specific commands can be taught to a few dogs they think might be paired with that individual. Placement classes run for approximately 2 weeks. This is where we get to learn how to interact with the service dog, give commands, and how to take care of them. We live on the campus of Canine Companions, and by the second or third day, when the preliminary match is made, the dog stays with us day and night. We take field trips into the community to learn how to navigate real-life situations while having a service dog with us. During the classes, we're evaluated with written assignments, as well as having the trainers evaluate our dog handling abilities. At the end of the 2 weeks, we're ready to head home with a new member of the family. I'd like to thank all of you for listening today, and hope that no matter which of any of the fine organizations you're hearing about today, you choose to get involved in a way that is meaningful to you. Now I'd like to introduce Amber Cronin, who will talk about the crisis text line. Amber?